Welcome back to another video, and today we are going behind the scenes of preparing for university teaching to start again at the end of September 2020, which is now less than 1 month away. I'm starting off in here because when we go into my workspace the acoustics are dreadful, so I do apologise about that in advance, and that's probably my main concern about preparing for teaching next year, recording videos in there and recording materials in there. But I will show you and see what you think. Okay, this is it. Let me get some lights. So this is where I have been since March, April, when university campuses closed down. Universities did not close, but the university buildings shut down. And what I've been doing here is finishing off teaching from last semester, which was a bit scrappy, but we were all thrown into the deep end, so that's okay. And then I've been finishing off 2 books. One of them is with the publisher, and I have to go on a little mini virtual book tour in a few weeks' time. And one of them is still on my computer here, backed up into the cloud, because my publisher's submission system isn't working yet. For the first half of lockdown, I was using only this. This is running Linux, and for the second half I had my Mac. Now, teaching next semester, so semester 1 in the year 2020-21 is going to involve blended learning. It's going to involve pre-recorded material supplemented with lecture engagement slots, and the lecture engagement slots are going to be live, and my plan is to run those through Microsoft Teams on this computer, backed up with Moodle running on this computer. So Moodle is going to be where I release all of the pre-recorded materials. And I'm going to experiment with that, but that's my plan at the minute. We will see how that goes. The reason I don't want to run both Moodle and Teams on here is, frankly, I really hate Teams and I don't want it to infect my Mac, essentially. And today we are recording some audio. It's just going to be an audio file. So there's going to be a PDF with some slides, essentially. I don't usually use slides, but each slide will have an image on it. And the reason that I'm recording audio today is because most of the images are copyright protected. So that won't be going on a video on YouTube. It's just going to be released on Moodle with an audio file. And what I'll do, I think, is chit chat about a particular image, and then say, right, click to go on to the next one, and then do the same with the next image. That's the plan, to just talk through these slides. And I'm going to use my Zoom recorder for that. I'm not going to do it in here because I think the audio won't be good enough in here. This has been brilliant, actually. It was such a good thing to have in lockdown. And that is my setup. If you come around here, I'll show you what I'm planning for my whiteboard. When the kids were little, they had this. So I think I might set that up somewhere. And then chalk and talk is what you would have called it years ago. The draft timetable has been released. And my teaching is happening on Mondays, mostly. I've got a class with 350 students, and that's going to be split in 2 sessions. So there's going to be 2 sessions on Microsoft Teams live, and that's both on Monday morning and Monday afternoon. And then I've got a master's class in the middle, which lasts 1 hour, and I've no idea how many students are going to be on that. We just don't know until they actually show up on day 1. We have been asked to do all of the teaching, the live teaching, from within the university campus, probably because it's got a rock solid internet connection, so there won't be the same technical difficulties that there might be if you run it at home. But it does actually leave me a little problem about moving all of this equipment to campus for Mondays and then bringing it back for the rest of the week, because they don't want us on campus. University administrators don't want us on campus for the entire week. That's a minor problem, supplemented with the fact that I've let my parking permit expire. so I can't easily go over there anymore either, and that parking permit expiration has affected me more than I'd like to admit, because it's severed a connection with the campus, and I do feel that I'm missing something because of that, that I'm more remote now because that has expired. Quick update, I forgot to show you these. 4 packs of sweets ready for my Smarty Pans lecture. And this year I'm going to try and teach my saucepans from the kitchen how to navigate a maze. So we'll see how that goes. There'll be a video on that released and you can watch that. It'll be underneath here somewhere probably. Forgot to say actually that I am strongly supportive of moving lectures online. I think that's the place lectures should be. I think it's been well known for many years, many decades, that lectures are not a good place for learning to occur. They're not very efficient, and I think we should be using online spaces instead of lecture spaces. I don't think that for seminars and tutorials and small group interactions, but I'm really, really supportive of moves to take lectures online. So, there you go. Okay, fast forward a couple of hours and the audio was done for half the lecture. So that's half a day, half a lecture. I had to do the audio twice because the first time the quality wasn't good enough, simple as that. So the union has just announced that they want university campuses to stay closed. It's kind of thrown everything into a little bit of chaos. My gut feeling is that I don't agree with this, but I don't know, maybe it is the right thing. I just wish that if they were going to say this, if they were going to take this position, they would have done it a month ago. We'll see what's going to happen. We've had a response from the university about the union's message, and it's a commitment to opening, and it's saying all of the right things about return to some sort of normal, trying to learn to live with it, importance of face-to-face education. Even if we stay at home until Christmas, what would happen after that? We have to make the jump at some point. So I agree with this, and if we stick to this, then at least we have clarity about what's coming in the next few months. So it's good. I've just set up the Microsoft Teams team for my module, and I've posted a link to join the Teams onto Moodle. So as long as students can get access to Moodle and click on that link and can get access to Teams, then we'll be okay. But they need access to both of those two systems, and there's nothing I can do to help them get access to those systems. That's taken care of by other people, and there's 20,000 plus students all joining at the same time. That's a mammoth task to organise. So if there's going to be problems, if there's going to be wobbles, it's going to be there. It's going to be accessing those two systems. It's about an hour before teaching starts, and here is the setup. Notice soft furnishings to try and deaden the sound. Curtains closed, again to try and deaden the sound. We've got this arrangement for the same thing. And here, this is going to be our principal lighting, backed up by that thing, because these spots are going to be turned off. My microphone is here, not set up yet. I'm going to be on Teams on this machine, and Moodle releasing material on this machine. Okay, so it's one day later, and predictably we have been asked for more. Not by the students, I'd have to say. We've been asked to manage attendance and monitor attendance. We've been asked to consider something called Echo 360 on top of Moodle and Teams and monitoring email. We've been asked about something called Engage and Media Space, and I think that's related maybe to Echo 360. But you saw it yourselves. There's 2 computers, a microphone, lighting, sound mufflers, Teams and Moodle and email, all to organise and monitor through the live lecture engagement sessions. And that's the way it goes. Always wanting more, but that's life, and that's the end of our behind the scenes video. Bye-bye.